everybody. I am back. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I have been talking my ass off tonight, y'all. I've had a good time. I started off with the challenge. Then me and Charles just had a good time talking about Survivor. And now it's time to get into one of my favorites, the Challenge All Stars All Stars 2. You right, Chris. I see in the comments this is the third video. And this is episode 3. I don't know about you all, but these first 3 episodes of All Stars 2 has given me so much more than the regular challenge. I was so entertained last night. I got my Lord, too much Stella Rose. I'm knocking over my work stuff. Let me be still. I am in my office. I'm just getting a little bit more Stella Rose. Have a good time tonight. It's Friday, Thanksgiving weekend. All Stars 2. Where can we begin? Because what I really want to talk about is the craziness. Let's just start in a row. So the episode starts off with, Nehemiah and Ayanna are back. Everybody hugging. Hey, you back? Great. You got a life shield. I'm so happy that the life shield, all those questions I had about the life shield last week were answered this week. I'm so happy about that. Let's start off with the first little bit of drama of the week. Ayanna and Sophia, they're in the title of my video. Any black women in the chat, I might have to wait till some more people get into the chat, or maybe if you're watching this on the rewatch, definitely put it in the comments. The argument between Ayanna and Sophia, was that manufactured? Was that for a moment of reality TV? Because for the life of me, I watched it twice. I don't know what Sophia was upset about. You are a black man and you feel like they should have had each other's back no matter what. I agree. Like I said in the last video, I'm always rooting for everybody black. I do feel like everybody black should have each other's back, but not everybody who's black get along. Sometimes it just don't work. But I'm talking about the argument. Like, it seemed like they were sitting on some bunk beds. The next thing you know, it was, and it seemed like craziness to me. Like, Sophia was literally in tears. And I understand Ayanna's energy. To me, Ayanna is a compassionate person, but she seems like maybe the type of person that has no filter. Like, she says it how it is, even if you're crying. Like, bitch, what you crying for? You asked me to braid your hair. I don't understand. Okay, you about to explain it to me, Marlon, because I didn't get it. She was upset that Ayanna braided her hair a way that she used to be bullied for having her hair. What I don't get, I understand all that because I heard Sophia explain it in the chat or the comments or whatever, the confessional. That's why I shouldn't drink and do these reviews. It's the third one. Forgive me if I get to having too much of a good time. Y'all understand why. It's the third one. I didn't drink damn near that whole bottle. What I don't understand is if getting your hair braided a certain way is a trigger for you. And I don't want to knock anybody's triggers because I don't want nobody to knock mine. People have triggers, I understand. But if getting your hair braided a certain way bothers you, if someone offers to braid your hair, the first thing I'm going to say is, girl, you can braid it, but don't swoop it up this way. Like, swoop it that way. Was it a miscommunication? did it Ayanna just not have the sensitivity to understand where she was coming from? Because some people, when you start to crying hysterically like that, and they feel like they ain't do nothing to you, they're like, bitch, what's wrong with you? And while you crying, you don't have time to explain that was a trigger. You just crying, and they're like, well, bitch, what's wrong? So maybe Ayanna just, she don't have the sensitivity level to see what the, I don't know. It just seems so strange to me. It seems so strange. And I don't want to knock anybody for their triggers. I don't. I don't. Everyone is different. In high school, people used to bully me. I mean, not really. Maybe in middle school when they used to bully me. But it really wasn't bullying. It was kind of just like, you know, little kid teasing because I was a chubby kid. Hell, I'm still big. Who cares? But if somebody was to say something mean to me about my size, I'm not going to break down. But I guess that's not a trigger for you, Angie, so I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm just going to say I don't understand. And let's see what you all are saying. Maybe y'all can explain it to me. I mean, I'm white. If I had a sensitivity about my hair, I sure would have let someone do something I'm picky about on TV. But Ayanna was kind of cold. I agree. Ayanna was very cold, very cold blooded. Like, especially last week when you had this huge moment of television where I did feel was sincere. When you pulling that coffin with Leah, talking about, girl, your kid's gonna be proud of you. We gonna do it together. It didn't seem like that Ayanna was present for Sophia. I just don't know who to blame. Like, I agree, Zuda. Why would you? I would never ask somebody to do something for me that triggers me. I think the whole thing was bigger than it should have been. I totally agree. That's why I'm like, is she putting on for TV? Is is that a joke? Ayanna was probably braided too tight. She probably was. She probably was. I don't know. I think Sophia was just tripping. A trigger is a trigger, and she was wrong for having an issue with the hairstyle. But Ayanna had no way of knowing that facts. So why would you flip out on her? That's why I said a little bit of crazy, because a normal person, even let's say you don't know what triggers you until you trigger. A normal person, when you see that trigger, you could say, girl, because Ayanna offered to take it down. She was like, girl, let me do it again if you don't like it. And Sophia was unconsolable. Like, she had to wait for Janae to come in the room and calm her down. I didn't get it. The way Sophia and Ayanna was going at it, you would have thought one of them slept with the other one's man. I didn't know what was going on. And they were talking about a hair braid. And when I looked at Sophia's hair, it didn't even look braided to me. It didn't even look done. I'm about to move on from that because I don't want to be insensitive myself. Like I said, I understand if you have a trigger. I just don't understand if your hair is such a trigger. Why wouldn't you get that shit braided before you came on the show? If you wanted your hair to be in braids. If you was cool with the afro, throw it out to the end of the season. But I just wouldn't ask somebody to do something that would make me that upset and then not be able to talk to the woman who made me upset, but then I gotta go talk to Janae and talk about it in a confessional. I don't know. I think it was a miscommunication, and then Ayanna didn't care. It was cold telling her to put her. We're going to get to her putting in the arena for a gift. Let's get to that. Ayanna is cold-hearted. The Ayanna, like I said, the Ayanna we saw last week with Leah, come on, girl, let me help you for your kids, was not the Ayanna that showed up for Sophia. And in a way, if we doing it, like we said in the last video, for the culture, that's even more unfortunate that you can have compassion for this white lady on her way out the door, but you didn't have that same compassion for your sister over here and her moment with her hair. Though I ain't gonna put it all on Ayanna because I'm probably the same way. Girl, you flip out on me and I ain't did shit but try to do you a favor. I'm probably gonna go off too. But let's move on. I just thought that was the strangest part of the episode, and what's even stranger is that Ayanna carried that moment into the challenge. Let's get to the challenge. 2 teams. I like that it was 2 teams. Everybody picked their own team. I felt like if we were going to pick our own teams to make it a little bit more fair and not all the strong people over here and all the weak people over there, they should have let Nehemiah and Ayanna be team captains and pick like a good old-fashioned schoolyard pick, just to get some of the stronger people evenly spread out amongst the 2 teams. I thought that would have been fair. And then once you have your 2 teams picked, TJ can say, okay, now let's get 2 team captains for whatever reason. It didn't have to be Nehemiah and Ayanna, but whoever we want to be team captains could be captains. And I thought that would have been fair. I agree. Zuda, you right. That team that Darrell and them was on was stacked. Like, as soon as they picked the team, I was like, okay, they win. They win. But okay. What did we think about the challenge this week? I liked it. I liked that it was physical and that you had to run on the first part to get your puzzle pieces. And on the second part, you had to jump into a pool and get your puzzle pieces. I liked the challenge because it was physical and mental. And it looked hard as hell. I hate them damn Tetris style puzzles. But it looked good. Ooh, this Stella Rose is good. I'm going to quit shouting them out. I need to figure out who I can call with Stella Rose and get some kind of sponsorship, because I'm always shouting them out. And I say their name wrong. It's called Stella Rosa. But I just think Stella Rose sound better. Back to the challenge. I agree, Michelle. It was a good challenge. It was very entertaining. It almost looked close. But it seems like on part 2, the stronger team just pulled on up and got the win. So, who were the team captains? Darrell and Tina. Yes, I need to get them coins. I'm always shouting out Stella Rose. Darrell and Tina were captains for the strong team, because I forgot the colors already. And Ryan, who I think was very strategic, was like, hell, y'all gonna vote me in anyway, so let me go ahead and just be the captain. So if we win, I'm safe. If not, I was going in the arena anyway. I agree. So Ryan volunteered, and then the ladies on that side had to pick a number 1 to 10. But I'm like, if we didn't write the number on a piece of paper, really MJ picked who he wanted to be captain. Because nobody knew the number but him. So Ayanna and Ryan are captains over there. Ayanna, who now has no humility. She's just like, and I love good shit talking. I do. But it's like episode 2, girl, calm down a little bit. But Ayanna was like, hell, I got the life shield, so I really don't give a damn. I could be the team captain. I ain't going in regardless. Like I said, I appreciate the hot shit talking. But maybe you should have just kept those comments to yourself, because it kind of felt like you weren't trying as hard for your team. That's how it felt, Ayanna. And they end up losing. They said it was 100 and some degrees out there. They were tired. They were hot. You're mentally drained in the heat. But the strong team got it done. Ayanna and Ryan, they going into elimination. What you say, Isaiah? If Jody, that was a great strategy. She moved all of their puzzle pieces to the front so they wouldn't have had to jump in the water. But if I was the yellow team, were they yellow and blue? I forgot who had what color. But if I was the other team, as soon as I came down and jumped in, I would have just pushed all their pieces back to the back. Okay, moving on. So let's get to Ayanna throwing Sophia in the elimination. What did y'all think about that? Do you think she should have picked Sophia, or should she have just thrown in Jody, the strongest person? That would have been a power move of Ayanna's. And did Ayanna have the power to do that, or did the team just give it to her? I think she just stole the power. Let's think about this for a second. Because TJ said, okay, Ayanna losing the life shield for herself. So you all have to pick somebody else to be captain. Now, if I'm on the team, that's reason for Ayanna not to be captain, because bitch don't like me. She ain't just gonna throw me in elimination. Ayanna would have had to sit out. I would not have let her be captain. I would have put it on my shoulders and then tried to win, because it seemed like Ayanna wasn't even trying. She was standing on the top of the puzzle just looking. She wasn't yelling out instructions. She was kind of like, I'm safe. So she was just a waste of a space. And I believe she told her team, since it's my life shield, she made it seem like she was doing them a favor. Kind of the same way she made Sophia think she was doing her a favor or putting her in. I'm going to do y'all a favor so y'all don't have to vote. I'm just going to pick. And see, if I was them, I'd be like, hold up, bitch. You just ain't going to be picking anybody to go in. We going to vote. They should have let the team vote. Let's see. She should not have done that. She took the power and no one objected. No one didn't object, but if I was the ladies of the team, I would have been objecting like, hold up. You just ain't gonna put anybody in. We need to discuss this. We gonna vote. But maybe they knew she was gonna go after Sophia. They should just made Sophia captain. I don't know. But Ayanna tells Sophia, I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna give you a present. You could be the captain and go into elimination. Remind me in the chat. Did she say this out loud or in a confessional? Because when she said it, I was at home snapping my fingers. I was getting life. But then I was like, she cold-blooded. She was like, she either gonna come up with the power, like something about the power to prove it to herself that she deserves to be here, or she gonna come up with a ticket home. I was like, girl, she was reading. She said it out loud. I like her. I like that kind of energy on my TV screen, good or bad, crazy or not. I like that kind of shit on my TV screen. I was hollering. She said she gonna find the energy to win this, or she gonna find a ticket home. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. She was out of pocket. It was out of pocket, but you can't lie and say that wasn't good TV. Like, I was like, because most people won't say that out loud. And yeah, I mean, I guess she should have kept that for a confessional. Keep it cute in a confessional. That would hurt my feelings, especially if y'all supposed to be friends. And then all she did was cry a little bit over her hair. I mean, you hate her that much? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Ayanna and Sophia this episode confused me. We doing a lot of it seemed like I'm kind of ready to go home because she didn't put up a fight. It was weird. It just was so weird that this came out of nowhere. When the first week, it seemed like we're back. We haven't done the challenge in so long. And we're going to bond as two Black women. And then it's like, now we at each other's necks. And Ayanna needs to watch her mouth because not everybody is as nice as Sophia. Well, Marlon, you right. That's why I said I was here for it. Because at least she said it in her face and not just in the confessional. But sometimes you have to keep it cute in the confessional because people will use those words against you. Like, I guarantee you next week, Ayanna is getting voted in to the damn elimination. Because she just was on a power trip. a power trip. And I'm like, girl, you get the life shield for one week. You do got to play again next week, girl, and you ain't got nothing. But anyway, let's get to the votes. Because let's see what you said. Like if she tried that with Tina, Tina would have cussed her ass out. All the way out. Matter of fact, if Ayanna was on the other team would not have even given Ayanna that power. They would have been like, bitch, hold on. We voting over here. I don't know about you. Like, you could be safe, but we voting on who we want to go in. So she just happened to be on a team that let her get away with the bullshit. But you said it was hilarious. I'm so glad she said it, but she really should have kept it. She should have kept it to herself. Like, it was good TV, but you think they should have just put Jody in? But let's get to these votes, because I want to talk about Darrell for a second. Now, Darrell got all the alliances in the world, but it seemed like everybody that got voted on the board was in his damn alliance. He at the house telling Kahutta, MJ, ain't nobody in our room gonna go up. We putting Steve up there, and even if one of y'all go up there with Steve gonna get the vote, not y'all. Ooh, okay, I ain't gonna drink no more Stella Rose. I'm starting to feel it. And so I'm like, you making a lot of promises, Darrell, but you doing all this, and the two people that you promised to save were the two people on the board. We get down to the elimination. The first person Tina said not going on the board is fucking what's his name? Steve. Steve ain't going on the board. And I'm like, how Tina just gonna say who not going on the board? Like, Tina, you knew. We haven't seen you in 15 years, girl. Pipe down, calm down. You can't just say who not going on the board. We don't even know Steve. We don't even recognize him. So his name can go on the board. But now, I guess they was playing it where you take off a name, and we gonna keep taking off a name until it's two names up there. I wish they would have just said, you pick two people, I pick two people. That way, at least Darrell could have got Steve up there. That would have made better sense instead of you keep saving. Because by the time you save everybody, it's only your people left. So I'm like, damn, Darrell, who did you save? Who did you save? So I think it was Tech and MJ. And of course, I thought Darrell and Tech was cool. Maybe not. But anyway, Nehemiah comes in with his life shield. So I'm assuming this is how it's going to go every week. We're going to nominate two people. You look up on the board. If you cool with it, you cool with it. If not, you can use your life shield, take somebody off, and then you also get to be safe. That's what I was hoping for. So pretty much if you win an elimination, it don't matter what, you're not going into elimination 2 weeks in a row. I like that. And not only are you not going into elimination the next week, you could take somebody else off of the board with you. So I appreciated Nehemiah saving Tech, because I like Tech. I want to see him last a little bit longer and play the game, because I think he's good at the game. So now it's between Steve and Kahutta. So I'm assuming if you're on the winning team, nobody on your team could get voted in either. It's only the losing team. So now, to me, Darrell didn't politic enough. He didn't speak up enough to be like, okay, you already got MJ up there. I'm putting up Steve. Darrell, I need you to be more vocal. It seemed like you just let Tina have her way because you talking about bury two names in the sand. Hold up. We just gonna chance it. And now you got MJ and Kahutta looking at you sideways. because you done promised them I'm looking out for my room, and even if I can't save both of you, I'm gonna have Steve be up there and be the house vote. So now we looking at you like, what's going on, Darrell? What kind of power do you supposed to be, Big Darrell? You supposed to be 6-time champ. Is he 6 or 4? However many time champs, back to back to back. Darrell. Everybody loved Darrell. You can't even pull Steve's name to get on the vote. You can't even tell Tina. Look, it seemed like everybody on the board was who Tina wanted. You had Kahutta and MJ. Then you had Jody, because Tina definitely wanted Jody. And shit, I don't forgot the. Every week I forget the second girl. Who was the second girl on the damn board? I done forgot that fast. It was Jody. Every week I forget. I don't know why I forget. Was it Johnny? It don't matter. They ain't go in. So let's get over to the vote. It was Johnny. Okay. I knew Johnny wasn't going in. She got Jasmine. She got everybody else on the other team. You wish Leroy would say yes to All Stars. I ain't gonna get on Leroy, because then I'm gonna go down in a whole nother rabbit hole, and we on the vote. Okay. So we on the vote. Jody ass get voted in because I think Johnny has way more friends right now on the cast. And people are scared of Jody. They want Jody to go home. And this little tic-tac-toe elimination, I mean, really, tic-tac-toe. But the vote between Kahutta and MJ, Kahutta got the votes. I forgot, why did everybody vote for Kahutta over MJ? Oh, because I think Ryan wanted Kahutta, and people were respecting Ryan's wish. And then people, they say, I agree with you, Dabu. Tina played Darrell like a fool. Like, Darrell shouldn't even have been there. They should have just said, Tina, who you want on the board? Because that's what it was. Tina, who you want on the board? Because I don't even know why Darrell was sitting in there. Because now, Darrell, you done got people pissed off at you for Tina's work. But back to the vote at hand. Sophia, for whatever reason, people do it all the time. If I'm gonna go home, I want to go out with a legend. If I could take out Jody, I'm gonna take out a legend. But if she take me out, at least I tried. Like, bitch, I'm sorry, y'all know. If y'all don't, if that's this y'all first time watching me, I say bitch a lot, but I ain't calling people bitches. I just say that a lot. And I'm on my third video, and the whole bottle Stella Rose. So bitch might come out a lot. Don't get me on Twitter. But bitch, you want $500,000 or you want a resume? Like, fuck all that. You should have asked for Janae. Janae. That's who you should have asked for. Cause you might have been fasting her. Cause oh girl, what's her name? Sophia was running. She had a good run. She had a couple of brain farts. But I'm like, why are we playing tic-tac-toe? Anyway, I knew it was going to be something more. I'm like, oh, we got balls on fire. We got to run and do something. And I'm like, tic-tac-toe? That's the best we could come up with for the elimination. I was not entertained, but it was cute to see a couple of people mess up, and that's how they win. Because I'm like, we could be playing tic-tac-toe all night. We could play this all night. But let's see. Right. I'm with you, Marlon. Come on, Janae. Bring your ass. Let's run in the sand with these balls. But I ain't trying to take out a legend, because now you giving Jody the life shield. So now next week, Jody is not going in. And see, Jody coming for your ass, Tina. And I can't wait to see it, because I feel like Tina going to be in there next week. You done gave Jody a life shield. So now she's safe next week, no matter what. And she can veto a nomination. Who else got the life shield? Now Ryan wanted Kahutta, and so they respectfully put Kahutta into the elimination. I understand that Ryan was like, "I'm small, Kahutta small. Let's do this." But shit, I done forgot who won. Who went home, Ryan or Kahutta? My ass doing a review and forgot who went home. This is why I need notes. The next time I do 3 reviews in a night, I gotta have notes because I've been sipping on my Stella Rose and I done forgot other men who went home. Tell me in the comments real quick. Okay, Ryan took his ass home. Okay, Ryan went home. At least he tried. He wasn't like, oh, give me MJ. If I take out MJ, that's great. If I don't, at least a legend took me out. Is MJ really a legend? But it is what it is. By Sofia, by Ryan. I feel like I'm right on target with my cast assessment because if you watch that video, I said it. I said Leah and Derek C first, and I said Ryan and Sophia next. And I might be right again because I had Ayanna at the bottom, and Ayanna is acting out. So Ayanna might be next. So right now, I'm right on schedule with my list. What else can we get to with All Stars 2? Like, I'm telling you, whoever is producing All Stars 2, not just the cast, but also the gameplay, can they please also work on the Challenge 38? Like, I need the strategy of it. I need something better over on the challenge because I can't. Y'all know I love to get on YouTube and talk about it, review. We have a good time. I don't know if I could stomach my way through another Big Brother alliance of the challenge. No skulls, rookie. I don't know if I can stomach my way through that a whole nother season. I know I can't. All Stars is exciting. It's really exciting. Now, Eric, you over here, what they say, you better run and grab another bottle. I do have another bottle. I got just a little bit, like this much more left in this one. And I have another bottle in the refrigerator, but I can't do another bottle. I gotta get up. Really, I'm trying to decide, you all. Let me know what y'all think is the best strategy for this. My son's flight leaves tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. 5:30 a.m. in the morning. You know you got to be at the airport 2 hours early to check your bags, go through security. So that means he needs to be at the airport by at least 3:45. That's giving him an hour and 45 minutes. I live 45 minutes from the airport. So that means I need to leave my house at 3 o'clock a.m. I'm trying to decide, should I just party all night, stay up and just hit the airport and come home and go to sleep? Or should I chill out, don't drink nothing else after this, get a cat nap, and get up and go to the airport? I'm trying to decide what's the best strategy. Michelle, you said just stay up all night. I think that's what I'm going to have to roll and do. Because if I lay down around 11 or midnight, that's a hard get up. That's a hard get up. So I don't know. We going to see how I roll. Everybody saying stay up, girl. Okay. Me and Stella going to be up. Did I see the Real World Homecoming? No, it's on my list to watch this weekend. Real World 2, I think, is the season I started watching it. Like, I heard about Real World 1 in New York, and I think eventually over time I went back and watched it. But season 2, when I was like, okay, let me get into this. And I am a huge Tammy Roman fan. I love Tammy. I've always followed her from Real World 2. when she came on a reunion with that baby. And remember, she had just had an abortion, but then she didn't had that baby with the basketball player. And I was like, okay, Tammy girl, I see you. Stop it, Angie. That ain't none of my business. And then I followed Tammy over on Basketball Wives. And ever since there, I follow her TV shows, everything. I like Tammy, so I want to see what Tammy talking about on this homecoming. I know a lot of it probably gonna have to do with that Tammy David situation, and I want to know if they ever have any closure. Is there ever gonna be an apology or what? I don't know. Everybody else on the Real World, I don't care about. Like, we're gonna see Beth again, but Beth annoyed me on the Real World, and Beth annoys me on the challenge. So, and then I heard two people ain't even show up. But I do like this. I think this is something MTV should continue to do. Is maybe continue to do these little reunions with the cast. Like, it doesn't even have to be that old, because I don't forgot who was on the 3 and the 4 and the 5. But maybe some of the popular seasons do a reunion, because yeah, after the Tammy season, maybe I fell off and picked back up. But I would love to see like Vegas, not the Leroy, even the Leroy Vegas, but that original Vegas cast do a reunion. You know, that'd be good. It's in the first episode. Oh, okay. Oh, they got right to it. Well, how many episodes is it? Like, after they get over the Tammy and David situation, then ain't shit else to talk about. Really? That's like one of the most controversial things of season 2. Like, I don't know. I really did like the New York reunion. It was really good. It seemed like, see, the New York one was focused around a lot of racism and the changes. You know, I don't forgot the people name, but how she grew and her family now works at the Civil Rights Museum, and she had that conversation with Kevin, and it just seemed like it always came back to race. And that's what I feel about LA. Like, everything is always gonna come back to that Tammy Davis situation, because that's the most memorable situation. And what I liked about old school Real World is you had to have a talent or something to be on the show. You just couldn't be on the show and be on Instagram. Like, they had those talent showcase. Some of them were actually in college. It was a lot more than just trying to get your followers up back then, but we shall see. The popular season would actually get people to bring them in. I agree. I would love to see, especially some of the ones where those people was dating and they done moved across the country to be with each other, and then 10 months later they broke up. Like, I would love to see some of the original seasons like that, because the first one I think of is Austin, or maybe since we love the challenge so much, like, I forgot what season of Real World West and then was on, but maybe do a Real World with West and that reunion, maybe Bananas reunion. Was Bananas on Real World? Like, Sharon, I forgot half the shit these people came from. But another idea. I was I was being shady on Twitter, and Fessy had some kind of tweet where he was saying it would be great if the challenge would go on a tour and people actually showed up to stadiums and arenas and watched us do eliminations and challenges and shit like that. I said, who the hell about to pay money for that when half of y'all scared to go in? Like, if I'm gonna pay money to see elimination, I want to see Fessy, like Fessy versus Kels, or Fessy versus, a Bananas. I don't want to see Josh and Kyle run up and down a ladder. How about Fessy versus CT? Yes. Yes, Eric. He was like, People were shade when I tell you people were shading him all up and down in the comments. I had to say my shady comment. They were like, Fessy is called football. We already pay for people to do hall brawls in arenas. And they were like, Fessy just want to be an athlete so bad. Yes, Fessy was like, let's take the challenge on a tour and have people pay to watch us. And then, of course, they would film it and they would put the season together. But I would never pay for no shit. I ain't even pay for that shit when they was boxing on TV, boxing each other on TV. For what? Y'all all scary. I'm gonna pay my money for to go see Big T wrestle in me ass. Like, no. No, sir. Right, they did them boxing matches, and I'm not paying for that. Put a clip up on Twitter or YouTube and I'll watch it, but I'm not paying for it. Now y'all done put some of the okay. San Francisco would be next. I don't recall who was on San Francisco. I just remember that was the season. That was the season somebody passed away from complications with AIDS. He didn't pass away that season, but I think like a year later, and he got married. It'll be hard to be a reunion when one of the person's gone, and that's just it was really sad. I don't forgot his name. What was that? The season with the gross guy? What was the season with the guy who was nasty, licking his finger in the peanut butter, and he just looked dirty? Was that San Francisco, and they had to put his ass out the house? I don't remember. Austin was Austin with Wes. I don't forgot. Y'all said Key West, Portland. Portland is the one where old girl got slapped. I want to see that because that's another. Not I don't want to see the girl get slapped. And yes, oh my God, you can't ever like 2021. I don't know what season that was. Was that maybe 2020 or 2000? That had to be 20 years ago. You definitely can't slap no woman on TV now and not be canceled. So I just would like to see an apology and a closure of that because he did slap a lady. Now, this ain't gonna sound right. And I forgot their name. That wasn't Alton, was it? Was it Alton who slapped that lady? That lady deserved to be slapped. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. But I can't even remember her name. She irked my last nerve. She deserved to be slapped. But he shouldn't have did. Just because you deserve to be slapped don't mean you should put your hands on people. I don't advocate violence. But y'all talking about Puck. Yes, Puck was the nasty one. And Pedro, was he the one who passed away? Was Rachel the doctor who married it? Like that season was so professional. It didn't entertain me. I don't skip over St. Louis or whatever city that was. Skip over them because they were boring. These people are medical professionals now, and we ain't got to see them come back. But I do want to see the season where old girl got slapped. Oh, Portland wasn't the season where old girl got slapped. Y'all said Portland is Jordan and Nia and Marlon. That was a heavy. Didn't Nia whoop like two people ass that season? That would be a good reunion. Bananas was on Key West. West was on Austin. Jordan was on Portland. Key West. I'm gonna have to go on my Amazon Prime and look some of this up because I don't remember Bananas on Key West. I don't remember. Oh well. As I got older, I think once the challenge was really on its way, I went through a phase of stop watching Real World because Real World went into a copy, paste, repeat pattern where it was like everybody on the show want to be in a relationship. We gotta and we gonna go out in the club, but then I'm gonna come home and fight because my man I don't see how people fall in love that fast, and it drove me it drove me crazy, and it's just real world got boring, and that wasn't outing. It's a season. If it wasn't outing, it was a black man who slapped the white lady. She had really, really, really curly hair. And she would say fucked up shit all the time. Oh, yeah, she called him a homosexual, and he wasn't. That wasn't outing. Maybe it wasn't outing. Maybe that was, he was on a challenge at one point. Irene got slapped. That's what it was. That was Seattle. Yes, it was, because it rained this ass off. I don't remember the black guy name, but I would like to see Seattle because that's a reunion where they need some closure. And yep, she called him a homosexual. And he said, "Hold up, peep, bitch, take your ass home." That wasn't, it wasn't right. It wasn't right, but it happened. Judd and Pam got married in San Francisco. They did. They were like two doctors, a doctor and a lawyer. In San Francisco was too professional, very boring, very boring. Right? They need to skip them seasons. Yeah, it was Seattle. Alton was on the first Vegas. Okay, Alton was on. Oh yeah, Alton was on the Vegas with the two black girls, and they was having, the two black girls weren't having sex in the tub, but it was another white girl. First Vegas was all sex. It was all sex, and it was so good. And that's when Trishelle was dating somebody, and Trishelle thought she was pregnant by old boy. And it was like, didn't you see this big ass fish bowl of condoms in the bathroom? Yes. Yes. I like the first Vegas. That would be a reunion for your ass. That'd be good. I think the slapper was Steve. Never saw that. Steve. He was black, not the white Steve on All Stars 2, right? I don't remember his name. Yeah, Trishelle was on there too. That was good. I like First Vegas. That was really good. Oh my God, San Francisco. Rachel got married to someone from Real World and had 8 kids. Who the hell is Rachel? I don't know her. I remember nobody from San Francisco but the dirty boy Puck, the young man who passed away from AIDS, and the two doctors that got married. Other than that, I don't even know who Rachel is. So please skip over San Francisco. What was season number 4? Let's go straight to season number 4, or let's go straight to that Vegas season, because that Vegas season was good. And that's it. Okay, we talking about everything but All Stars. 2, I thank y'all for rocking with me. I could probably sit up here and talk all night because I done had too much to drink already. And I need to go calm down, eat something, watch a little bit of TV. I think I am going to stick it. I'm going to try to stay up as late as I can, because if I go to sleep, because my usual bedtime for work the next day is 11. If I go to sleep, I'm not going to be able to get back up, or I can't have them miss a flight, because nobody driving all the way to Savannah. No one is driving their asses back to school. So they got to catch this flight. Okay. So that's it. Miami, you think? What's Miami? Miami came after Seattle. I don't remember Real World Miami. Who was on that? I'm going to look it up. I'm about to have a good time on Amazon Prime. Maybe they can do a Road Rules reunion. I remember, I hope this don't say how old I am. I remember when Road Rules came out, and it had been out for a while, but y'all remember, y'all ain't gonna remember. I only remember because this person went to my school. I went to Alabama State University, and the guy in the Bumblebee, it ain't even a Bumblebee. Our mascot is the Hornets, but I call it looked like a damn Bumblebee, a Hornet. His name was Keefla, and he was on that season of Road Rules. And I just watched it because I was just so amazed that somebody from my school, Alabama State, was on the TV show. But I never really got into road rules. Maybe they should do that again so I can remember what it was. Because I don't even remember what road. And road rules kind of sound kind of. I'd be pissed if I got on road rules and not real world because they had to ride around in the RV. And that was too much. But anyway, we not going to go down that rabbit hole either. I'm about to wrap it up. You kind of want to see the road rules seasons. I do maybe a road rules reunion. Maybe they travel a couple of states. But see, grown people ain't got time to be riding around the RV fixing problems with people they ain't talked to in 20 years. Like, we ain't got time for that. But anyway, I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. Like I said, I had a lot of Stella Rose, and I will talk all night. And I need to go chill. And y'all keep getting the comments making me want to talk. I'm older than you. I started watching Real World because I worked with someone whose son was on. Really? What season was their son on? But that's why I started watching Road Rules because I'm like, oh, this guy from my school is on the Road Rules. Okay, yeah, Eric telling me good night. So I'll shut up. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to watch that probably this weekend. And I probably won't do a continuous, episode after episode review of the Real World Homecoming. But I am going to do like a 2 cents video, like a live, where I just give my 2 cents about what I think about what I saw. So look for that. I definitely will put it on the community page of YouTube and over on Twitter. Please follow me on all platforms. Kiss My Cheeks TV everywhere. And like this video. If you're on the rewatch, let me know what you think. And we will have a good time next week. Next week, everything will be back to schedule. Thursday nights will be the challenge and Survivor, and Friday nights will still be All Stars too. So y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Go out this weekend and do some great shopping. It is now Christmas season. I'm in the Christmas spirit. We're going to have a lot of fun on my channel in December. So keep watching, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.